Hey guys, so let me talk to you about goal setting. So, goal setting is something that I've kind of steered away from talking about because I think everybody's wired a little bit differently and everybody's motivated by different things. And I think those two things are directly impacted with how somebody sets goals. So, I'll share with you how I set my goals. So, I take a big goal, and then basically what I do is I break it down. It's like a book. You don't wake up today and say, I'm going to read the whole book today. You wake up today and you say, I'm going to read chapter one, possibly chapter two. And it's just about consistency. And then finishing one chapter at a time. And then that's kind of how I break down my goals. Now, if I say I'm going to read an entire book in like 2 weeks, I know for me, if I haven't read in a long time, for me to read one chapter is a big challenge. So what I do is quite simply is I build up momentum. So I'll start with a couple of pages today. And then what I'll do is I will then get into the confidence of getting through an entire chapter. And then basically what I do then is I just focus on just the habit of showing up every single day. Just the habit, just building the habit of showing up, because that's 90% of anything, just showing up. And then at that point you start to build the habit and you start increasing the quality of the time that you do spend doing what you're trying to do anyways. So that's how I kind of get through books, and it's easier for me to sustain that habit of continuing to read books than stop and then getting back into it. And I physically read the book instead of podcasts and Audible, but I kind of mix it up by doing all of them versus just one of them, but I prefer actually reading a book. Now, I'd set myself a pretty crazy fitness goal back in January. I think it was January 26th. And I said, in 60 days, I want to lose 30 pounds. And I didn't quite accomplish that. I lost 25 pounds in 60 days. The reason I set that goal is because at the end of March, we were planning on going to Cuba as a family trip. So here I am in January, just getting into the groove of working out again and just showing up at the gym. Now, my quality at the beginning of working out was just crap. I would show up and I would kind of half-ass it, but I would just make sure I showed up every day. And then in the second week, at that point, I started really focusing on the quality because I got a bit more confidence in building my habit of showing up. And then once you actually start incorporating consistency and quality, then the results start to come and things just start to work out. So I took that goal of 60 days and 30 pounds. So I knew roughly how much I would have to lose on a weekly basis, and I would weigh myself once a week to see if I was on track for it. The good news is I got to 25 pounds instead of 30 pounds. The bad news is we ended up canceling the Cuba trip because of the coronavirus. But that was a big goal setting lesson for me. Just taking something big and then chopping it down and then just getting started by just showing up at the beginning, and then once you build that habit, then you add the quality, and then once you've got quality and consistency together, it's pretty hard to not accomplish what it is that you want. So I'd love to hear about your goal setting strategies and what it is that you use to kind of get where you need to go when you set yourself a goal. All right, guys, see ya.